Network, and I'm here to talk to you today about not sweating women that have not chosen us, uh, and basically to stop sweating women. Period. But definitely you want to understand the difference about. We want to understand the difference about being chosen or not, and so with that, that's the purpose of the video, is to go further and deeper into that. We want to get into a state of learning, Learn, learn. So we're gonna, learn so we can help others to learn, evolve so we help others to evolve. We aspire to help others with their aspirations so that we can all get results and be new beings. So I think in order to go into this, really being clear about what it means to, what do we mean by sweating? The woman. Well, it's to be kind of overly obsessive or possessive even, and she ain't even give you none. You know what I'm saying? She haven't even given us any, and we acting, possessive of her or obsessive, and pulling or needy after someone. This is all sweating. This is all being hard pressed, and being hard pressed. You know what I'm saying? That works for our clothes, but it ain't gonna work, motherfucking, for a woman. This ain't the dry cleaner effect. We gotta lay loose on it. Let it play out some. And part of that comes from us as men. We don't have enough quote unquote irons in the fire. Whether that be focusing on just one woman, or it be that we're not focusing on our purpose in life, in other endeavors, or that we're neglecting our family and friendships. These could be other, areas or whatever that we're letting be neglected by focusing on this woman or women. And I understand it is a natural tendency to happen. I've definitely been there, but it's something to kind of reel in, and change up the behavior around it. And one thing to think about with that. And so one thing to think about with those different energies that I'm talking about, it sounds rigid, right? It's hard, hard pressed. It's not sexy. It's not an energy that is going to attract or magnetize, the feminine to us. If anything, it's going to repulse and, keep them away and not wanting to interact with us. So that's just something to really feel into. And then doing the work, there is work around being rejected. There is work around becoming a better version of ourselves. And always, every day to day, week to week, month to month, making a better version of ourselves, whether it be, physically hitting the weight room or getting ourselves in shape. If it's, changing our mindsets, emotionally, working on our emotions. Really, I would suggest doing all of these things. Don't make it just one thing. Finances, whatever. Making ourselves a more complete and whole being, so that we can, call in the right women or whatever, and that we will be chosen more often. So that you'll be in a place of being chosen, and you don't have to pull after women who have not chosen us. Watch my other video about being rejected. That's why we get rejected. It's because we're trying to get to a woman that has not chosen us. And then what happens is the woman hasn't chosen us, and then we're still pulling after her sometimes. She may have even given you the number. A number or Instagram, reply, or Instagram, handle. These things do not mean, attraction. These things do not mean that there's an intention to actually follow through. Sometimes the woman is just being nice. I know personally that my lady, she has told me stories of where she would give a number and or a number and everything just because she didn't want to hurt the person's feelings. This is where some women are at. Some women are so sweethearted with it. They just don't want to hurt a dude's feelings. So they'll give you your Instagram, their Instagram handle, or you don't want the woman, they don't want the guy to go off on them and call them a bitch, so you give a number, or you play into it, because if a woman has ever had a guy just go off on her and she's afraid that he might hit her or something, or just be really rude to her, then so there's all different types of places and things that this can go to. So just a woman giving a number or another way to stay in contact with her does not say that she's interested. And we have to, and also you got to keep this in mind. She might have been interested in that at that moment. Things may have changed. It might have been alcohol involved. You know, like all of us, women's feelings change. You know, even more maybe so dynamically than ours. She might have been feeling you at that moment. She's in a different moment now. She might have met, I mean, it's a myriad of things. I might actually make a video on that because there's so many things that it could be playing out and we're wasting our fucking time trying to figure that out, in all honesty. Let that shit go, man. Just that energy is not sexy. And with that, let's take a breath, man, because I can feel it in my body right now. So let's take a fucking breath. Breathe in. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. If you're not doing it, I invite you to do it. Why would you not want to take a moment and put some awareness on your breath? Put some awareness on that motherfucker. Breathe in. Breathe out. We take about 20,000 breaths a day anyway, but we start to get the health benefits of it when we breathe deeper, allowing our lungs to take in, and you know the bottom portion of the lungs. I believe it's the bottom 1/3 of the lungs that actually do most of the process of the breathing. So when we're doing shallow breath, we're not getting all the way down to the bottom part of the lungs. And we, from a traditional Chinese medicine standpoint, we also want the kidneys to get involved. We want our breath to be so deep that energy goes down into the kidneys. We can't do that if we're just shallow chest breathing. So, and I know that this topic for many of us may, you know, and I know that this topic for many of us may be one that keeps us in the chest breathing. That's why I did that right now. It's because I know that it could be a touchy subject, but we need to not, you know, try to go after women who are not really feeling it. I mean, why would you even want that? Why would you want someone this? Why would we want someone this kind of, sort of, maybe might want to talk to us, or you know, maybe might want to fuck you, maybe might what? No, man. If it's not full on turn on, no thanks. No thanks. It's not going to be probably a good sensual or sexual experience anyway, because really the fun of the dynamic is when the energy is so crackling and popping and everything that you don't even barely need to touch each other. Maybe you don't touch each other even initially, and there's this energy that's being rippled through the air even. It's just a beautiful thing when you're around someone, that woman that wants your touch, you know. And for ladies, for you to also have that guy who actually wants you. You know, I'm going to actually do a video about that too. You know, for women, you know, being able to tell when a guy is actually into you. But anyway, back to this. You know, so what I recommend for us as guys is to become more like a lion, a satiated lion. You know, and what do I mean? Like, when a lion is satiated, when it's not hungry, male lion, you just see him walking around and it's regal. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a fucking dog or something just running around and sniffing after everything and trying to find a crumb or something. It's regal. It's walking. It's satiated. It's full. The gazelles and stuff don't even run at that point because they can just tell from the body language that this is not a lion that's hunting. It's full right now. It's good, you know. And being in that state allows the feminine around to rest. You know, being in that state will allow the woman to be able to show her erotic and sensual face more. If you just carry the attitude of not giving a fuck, of not caring about all of that, allow it to come to you. Allow it to present itself in a different way rather than being stressed and going after women who, you know, barely show any interest in everything. Don't you know, I would recommend not to do that. Do whatever you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. So in sticking with that, the theme about, you know, being regal, it's like it's okay to acknowledge beauty. We can take a look at it, we can acknowledge it, you know, but it doesn't mean we always need to pursue each one. You know, that we need to pursue. If on the scale it was like a 5 interest that she was giving you, you know, I would say wait around for 8 or 9, a 10. You know, don't follow up on those ones that is not. And I know it's hard sometimes because maybe we're in a place that you're not getting any you know, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, higher up on the scale of attraction where they're actually paying attention back to you, where they're at a place of boiling and bubbling over, and really keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. It's challenging, but that angst, that want it now mentality is the very thing that's repelling things for us. That want it now mentality, that's a striking thought. That want it now microwave mentality is actually not conducive to attracting women. And we're broadcasting it when we're in that energy field, when we're carrying thoughts like that and have that angst and want it now. We're going to get rejected, and we're not going to get chosen. So let that go. Let it go. See beauty, but get to a place of, you know, acknowledging it, but don't always feel like we have to move on it. And here's another striking thought for us, is that companies pay billions of dollars to get our attention. So why do we give it away freely? Why do we give it away freely? Because it's a short skirt? Because it's just all the right dimensions and things and sweet? No. Your attention is divine. Your attention is worth billions of dollars. Your attention is priceless. You can't put a price on your attention, you know. And there's plenty of other things that if we take that attention and put it internal, your value actually goes up more. If you take your attention and put it back in yourself and back in ourselves, our value goes up more. Breathe in. I want you to embody and feel what I just said. Feel that in your balls. Breathe out. Feel it in the balls. All right? You know, so with that being said, you know, Instagram, sports, you know, big titties, big booties. There's a lot of things that distract us, that we allow to be distractions to get our attention. Reel it back in, you know, master the attention with our intention to hone ourselves, to become better. And the fringe benefit, the natural benefit, is that the feminine, that women are attracted. It's not even a thing. You don't even have to worry about that. That is natural. You know, like we are coded to want each other, you know. So literally, if we're not getting attraction from the opposite sex, from the opposite energy, then what has happened is that somewhere in us we're probably in an unnatural state, or we're in a natural state of gestation, a natural state of incubating, a natural state of immaturity. Something in us we just haven't matured yet, and that might just be natural. But if you're hearing this now, maybe it's time to step into the maturity of that. So I know this is a video that could maybe land different ways with different people based on where we're at. It's said with love and with the intentions of helping. I hope that it does for you. If you are going through it, I've been there, my friends. I know that it sucks, especially if you're in a place like it's a Friday or a Saturday night and you want something to be popping tonight. Chances are you're not going to get that quick fix. So it doesn't have to take years either. It can be quick. I know when I started to step into things for myself, it was a pretty quick change, but it was because I dedicate myself deeply to it. And, for me, it was just some small tweaks that I had to make. For all of us, there may be different levels to that. Be patient with yourself wherever you are on that journey. I realized that the word journey has joy in it. Journey. Joy is in journey. All right, y'all. You know, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Put some comments down below if it, it resonated with you. If you have some ideas about it, you know, some of the things that I was saying, if it hit home to you. Again, I'm Shofar from Faux Show Energy Work. I do energy work for couples and singles. I do coaching for couples and singles. I have a book, Soul Sacred Orgasmic Living. You can actually get a free excerpt on my website, Faux Show Energy Work. I do a series of workshops called Hip Hop Kundalini. I do that with 3 other amazing beings. And also I have a series called Intimate Relating that I do with my lady. And, you know, and leaving with you all today, just remember to always SEX, keep shining, keep evolving, and do so exponentially. Peace.